So the movie Top Gun was released in 1986, and in the movie we see a lot of great actors that we see today, such as Tom Cruise. And the movie's basically about Lieutenant Pete Mitchell, which is called Maverick. That's what he calls himself, and he is at Top Gun, which is an elite military academy. And he has to fight through all the attitudes of the other pilots there because of his father, which was also a great pilot, that made a mistake and got others killed during combat. And also, he struggles to represent his father and become the best pilot possible. Because also at the same as at Top Gun, he's also attracted to the civilian instructor, and the movie's basically about his journey through Top Gun. So the movie rating wasn't that good compared to the 2001 Space Odyssey, but it was still good. It was a 6.9 out of 10, and this movie was released about 30 or 20 between that years ago, so which is still very impressive and when I watched it, I really enjoyed it. So yeah. So the reviews were great as well. So it said that the fact that people are still writing and watching and talking about this movie means a lot even after 30 years. Also, Top Gun is loved and most many watchers like me. And Top Gun is high quality, visually stunning, and it does its best to take your breath away. You can tell by the jet fighting scenes, which are pretty impressive and they look very realistic, so they're pretty good. So, my advisor, Dr. Schmidt, that the movie Top Gun does represent the 80s and 90s. And the way that does that is by the military conflict. Although the movie does not specifically say who the fighter airplanes were by or who it was, it does say it's obvious that it's the Soviet Union because during the 80s and 90s there's a big thing of the Cold War, and it's just like ISIS and the US today, but in this case it's the Soviets and the US. So what my advisor also said that Top Gun also has an attitude about men and women that is very much part of its time. It's like compare the attitudes in the movie to the type of discussions that happen today, even on the middle school campus, can represent what Top Gun is like. So, yeah. So my English teacher, Mr. Ide, also emailed me back on how Top Gun represented the 80s and 90s, and he said that, give me a second. Top Gun represented fascination with global democracy as a result of same phony dream Reagan was peddling about renewed American spirit. Oh, you scared me. So Mrs. Massin and I talked briefly right after class about how Top Gun represented the 80s and 90s. I told her that there's really not much meaning to it. It was just real drama and just phoniness from Holden, how he represents it. And it really does. 80s. I watched a lot of 80s and other 90s movie, and it really is the color of their movie style. The phoniness, the action, the love. It's there was a good guy, he has some troubles, and he becomes good again. It's basically what it is. And so, in conclusion, Top Gun is a very great representation of the 80s and 90s movie, and I really enjoyed it. And there are a lot of political interpretation as well, such as the Soviet Union, about their tinted visors. Those are the bad guys technically, because USSR, Cold War, bad guy, Soviet equals bad. So yeah, Top Gun, it's a very great representation of the 80s and 90s, and I recommend it to everyone.